Welcome everyone. This is the first lesson recording for IM1, February 2nd, 2021. Happy Groundhog Day, guys. Today is the official Groundhog Day that is celebrated on February 2nd every year. And here Phil, the groundhog, when he pokes his head out on that day, if he casts a shadow, then it's predicted that the winter's gonna last another 6 weeks. How often is Phil the groundhog correct? It turns out he's only correct about 39% of the time in predicting correctly whether you're going to have a long winter or short winter. And that is worse than a coin toss. So you want to toss a coin and say, oh, is this going to be a long winter or is it not? But it's fun anyway. Alright, so some announcements. Quiz number 2 retake. You took this quiz last Friday. If you are interested in taking a quiz, it's available for you if you scored 80% or lower. But if you scored lower than 70%, you need to attend my study hall. That's today, that's Tuesday, February 2nd at 3 p.m. so that we can go over the quiz material together so that you'll have a good chance of improving your score. And then following day, you will take the retake on Wednesday at the February 3rd at 12 p.m. in my study hall. So please make a note of this for those of you who would like to take a retake. And again, take responsibility for your grades right now. It's much harder to bring your grade up later on. So start dealing with the retakes now, and this is going to actually help you prepare for the unit test. And unit test is going to be next week. So make sure that you take advantage of this opportunity. What are we doing today? We are going to be learning about the other methods for solving systems of equation. And to begin, we are going to illustrate this beefy burger situation here. The cost of one beefy burger is $12. But the cost of the beef burger is same as 3 French fries. So then can you tell me what is the cost of French fries? Please tell me in the private chat. Well, how do we figure this out? Well, we know that the one beefy burger is $12. So since I know that this is 12, I also know that this is 12, right? We're talking about beefy burger, same beefy burger, the same thing. So since this is 12, I know that this is 12. So then I can say 12 is equal to 3 French fries. So then from here it's easy. I can say, since it's 3 of them cost $12 divided by 3, I get 12 divided by 3 is $4. So French fries cost $4. Okay, what about this fancy burger? This is one of those double patty, with super duper fancy cheese and all the stuffings and all these other condiments and super duper big, and this costs a whole lot more. And the cost of this fancy burger is same as cost of supersized French fries plus 18. This is not the same French fries as the previous one, nor is this burger same as the previous burger from the previous slide. So do not get that confused. This is a new fancy burger and fancy fries. Okay? But we also are told that that fancy burger costs the same as 3 supersized French fries. Okay, so then we have two criteria here that needs to be met. So we indicate that by putting in this curly bracket. So we want, this is first criteria, second is the second criteria. So knowing this information, can you tell me the price for the fries, the supersized fries and super fancy burger price? Okay, I hope you all had a chance to think. Okay, so we're talking about the same thing here. One fancy burger costs this, and another fancy burger costs 3 French fries supersize. Okay, since we're talking about the same thing, we can equate the value to be the same too. We know that one fancy burger is supersized fries plus 18, and one same fancy burger is same as 3 supersized. So we can, instead of saying it is equal to fancy burger, we can say it's equal to the fries plus 12. So this, the 3 French fries from the second situation, second criteria, is equivalent to the cost of 1 supersized French fries plus 18. And then from here, since I know that there is French fries on both sides of the equal sign, I can get rid of them, and you're left with $18 is the cost of 2 French fries supersize. So then quickly I can figure out that French fries cost $9. And if I know that French fries cost $9, I can substitute that 9 into the cost of the French fries and get 9 plus 18. So what is the cost of the super fancy burger? That's going to be 27. Okay, what about this situation? Another restaurant, Fusion Vision, they sell noodles and tacos. Yummy. Okay, but they are giving us 2 criteria. Okay, so the cost of noodles is same as if you started off with $20 and then paid for 3 tacos. So whatever you have remaining is the same cost as the noodles. But we also know that the noodles cost the same as 2 tacos. Okay, so if that is the case, what can we do to figure out the cost of taco and cost of noodles? And please take notes here. The first thing we're going to do is, since we're talking about this, whatever this is on the right hand side is equal to the cost of noodles, and this is equal to the cost of noodles, so we're really talking about the same noodles. So we can get the first thing that is equal to the noodles, cost of noodles, and equate that with the second thing that is equivalent to the cost of noodles, which is the 2 tacos. Okay, so then we're putting those 2 equations, two criteria together. Now we're not dealing with the noodles at all, are we? We just have a whole lot of tacos and some number on both sides of the equal sign. So in this case, we want to figure out what the cost of 1 taco is. So we want the taco to remain on one side. We don't want any of the tacos on the same side as the numbers, because we want taco is equal to some number. So we want to get rid of this -3 tacos. How do I do that? You add 3 tacos to both sides. When you do so, on the left hand side you're left with just 20, because -3 tacos plus 3 tacos, they cancel each other to 0. And then on the right hand side of the equal sign you have 5 tacos. So 20 is equal to 5 tacos. And so from here I can say that if 20 is equal to 5 tacos, then 1 taco is equal costs $4. And if 1 taco costs $4, then I can substitute the $4 into my second criteria and say 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. So the noodles cost $8. Okay, let's represent the situation more algebraically. Okay, instead of pictures, let's represent it algebraically. So to do that, we're going to let x be the price of taco and y be the price of noodle. So x is the taco, y is the noodles. Then y, the cost of noodles is same as 20 minus cost of 3 tacos. And the second criteria becomes y is equal to 2 tacos. So it's going to be 2 of tacos, so 2x. But since it's really the cost of noodles is the same with this and same with 2 tacos, so we're going to put those things that are exactly the same together. And algebraically that becomes y is equal to 2x. That's the second equation. and instead of y, I am going to represent what was y equivalent to, equal in value to. It was equal to 20 minus 3x. So I'm going to write 20 minus 3x right there in place of y, because y is same thing. Y and y, you know, it doesn't matter where they appear. If they are the same variable, then what we are saying is they are same in value. So we set those two equations together, or expressions together. How do I get rid of these negative tacos from the left hand side? I add 3 tacos. Just the same way I want to get rid of this negative 3x, I am adding 3x to both sides, so that negative 3x plus 3x becomes 0, and you are left with 20 on one side, left hand side, and 2x plus 3x is 5x, and therefore divide both sides by 5, and you get x is equal to 4. And now that I've figured out what x is equal to, I can figure out what y is equal to. And y is going to be, I know that the y from here, y is 2 times x. So I've just figured out x to be 4. So I am going to use that newfound information and plug it into one of the equation. It does not matter whether plug it into this equation or the first equation. Either would work out the same. Y is equal to 2 times 4, which is $8. So we know that it's $8. So this is so much easier than this, wouldn't you say? So I want you to follow with me and take notes this time. Okay, so equal value method is used when both equations have the same variables isolated. By that I mean you have the same variable. It has to be y and a y. It can't be y here and x here. It has to be y is equal to with nothing else. Nothing else around the y. Okay, just y is equal to, and the y does not occur here or here. Okay, so y only occurs on the left hand side by itself with the equal sign. So they both have the equal sign, so you have the same variables isolated. And then the next step is to equate both y values to make one equation. You should only have one variable now, and then solve for the variable and use either original equation to solve y2 and then write the solution together. So in this example, what do we mean by that? Equate both y values to make one equation. Since y has the equal value as x plus 1 and y has the equal value of 7x minus 23, I can say that x plus 1 and 7x minus 23 are equal in value. So that's why this equal sign comes in. And then from here, we are solving algebraically. Okay, when we solve, we want the variable on one side. We don't want variable on both sides. And also, we don't want the numbers on both sides. We want just the constants by itself as well. So variable on one side, constant on the other side. It does not matter which side. Okay, so in this case, let's try to get rid of the number on this side, negative 23. How do I get rid of this negative 23? You add 23 to both sides, and you are left with x plus 24 is equal to 7x. And then again, we want the variable just on one side with the number on the other side. So we do not want this x appearing on the left hand side. So how do I get rid of this positive x? You subtract the x from both sides, and you're left with 6x is equal to 24. Divide both sides by 6, and you're left with x is equal to 4. Then once you find your x value, you're going to use either of the original equations. So you have equation 1, equation 2. You can substitute the value of x is equal to 4 to either of these. Okay, let's just choose the first one because that is simpler value, simpler number, simpler equation. So y is equal to, instead of x, I'm using the parentheses, and I am plugging in 4 that I just found. It's 4 plus 1, and that's 5. So that means x is 4, the value of x is 4, and the value of y is 5. So I've just found my solution. So at this point, I would like you to pause the video and work on the Desmos activity, and you should be able to find the link from Canvas. And I will continue in the next lesson recording.